So my name's Shannen Molloy and I'm a part of Our Hearts, Our Minds team. I'm actually a psychological wellbeing practitioner, so I make up the psychology service within Our Hearts, Our Minds. When we experience a cardiac event of any type, whether it's a heart attack, a surgery, or getting stent procedure, it's quite natural to feel anxious afterwards when you're adjusting to the life thereafter. So when we feel anxious, we can feel a range of different physical sensations such as breathing faster, tension, feeling quite tense, sweatiness, or even just our mind kind of is racing with different thoughts. So really today's talk will be about wee ways to manage this anxiety if anybody is feeling that. Again, it's quite natural, but sometimes it can be quite scary and be quite disrupting in our life afterwards. A process of doing this is called mindfulness. So that's really consciously bringing your awareness to the here and now, rather than worrying about maybe the future or worrying about the past or overthinking a lot of the time we do. Instead of doing that, mindfulness is about bringing our focus to the here and now. So, as you can see on the slides, it's quite a different state from worry. When we're being mindful, we're bringing our attention to now instead of being stuck in our heads. So, instead of ruminating about the past or worrying about the future. So, our aim is really, and we'll go through a few exercises now. So, if you're new to mindfulness, then it's important to be quite aware that some people, a small proportion of people might feel a bit more anxious when we're doing this. And this is really because some people will find that when we're focusing on the body or focusing on the here and now, they can feel a wee bit on edge. So if that's the case that you find during this you're feeling any more anxious, then don't be afraid to just stop, take a moment to yourself, or even go fast forward through the slides, and at the end there's a grounding exercise that helps us calm down and come out of a state of panic if we're feeling like that. What the exercise we're going to do today, there's a range of different exercises that you can do when you're being mindful. The most obvious ones might be breathing techniques, but today we're going to use what we call as progressive muscle relaxation. And that's basically off the fact that when we're feeling anxious or when we're feeling tense, our muscles are quite tensed naturally. So whenever that's happening, we often don't realize it's happening. But it can bring about, if we're feeling constantly tense or constantly anxious, it can bring about a lot of uncomfortable sensations. So would you say, do you tense up when you're feeling anxious? This is something we should think about if it's something that you're struggling with now. So muscle relaxation can obviously be helpful in these cases. So sometimes we don't even notice we're doing it. So as I said, a good way of thinking it might be perhaps you're clenching your teeth without even realizing, or perhaps your tongue is hitting the roof of your mouth and your jaw is quite tight. We don't realise these things because we're just so used to doing it sometimes. Or as another example might be your shoulders are quite tense, like I am right now doing this talk. So we can sometimes just becoming aware of it is enough in itself. So take a few moments to see, are we feeling any of these tensions? Whenever we're trying to relax, we use what we call PMR, progressive muscle relaxation. And really a title for that is it's actually a practice and it's a training that we do consistently over time. And it consists of learning to sequentially tense and then relax a various group of muscles all around the body, while at the same time paying close and careful attention to the feelings associated with when you're feeling tense and when you're feeling relaxed. So it's just learning to differentiate and be present in the moment. Before we begin or before we go through an example, it's important to take a few things into consideration. So if anybody has any physical injuries or anything physically going on with them at the moment that is painful or that you might think causes muscle pain, it might be best to check in with your doctor first or check in with the team to see, is it all right for you to go ahead and do this? So you can come back and look at this video then when you know. Secondly, being aware of your surroundings. So minimise any distractions to just what's around you at the moment. Maybe turning off the TV. If there's anybody running around the house, take a wee moment to find somewhere quiet that you can do it yourself. Make yourself comfortable is another one. So using a chair that's quite comfortable to sit in, as well as being comfortable in your clothes. Some people even take off their shoes if that's what you feel like doing. And also, sometimes people would say avoid practicing after a big meal, or if you're drinking and using alcohol, it mightn't be the best time to start practicing it neither. The way it'll go is everyone kind of does it differently, but we'll just do a simple exercise today. So when we're ready to begin, we'll want to tense the muscle group that I'll let you know. Make sure that you can feel the tension when you're doing it, but not so much that you feel pain. So don't overdo it, just enough to feel tense. So we'll be keeping the muscle tense for about 5 seconds, and I'll count. And then we'll be relaxing the muscle then for about 10 seconds. And sometimes people like to use the word relax or anything just as a reminder when they're doing it. So when we finish then, what we would like to do is just sit for a few moments and allow ourselves to become more alert. So some people might close their eyes, some people keep their eyes open, whichever you feel most comfortable doing. If we can get comfortable now and feel completely relaxed to begin, and it be as comfortable as you like. So we'll start first of all with our right hand and our forearm, and we can make a fist with your right hand. If we hold this now for 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relaxing it down again for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right upper arm. So bring your right forearm up to your shoulder to make a muscle. So like this type of approach. So if we're tensing that as much as we can, feeling the tension along here. So that would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if we're slowly bringing it back down, to just let it relax again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, what we had done at the beginning, tension it. Sometimes it might feel a bit strange tensing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going back up to the upper arm here. Again, tensing. You might even feel a bit of a shake or anything on, that's okay. So 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bringing it back down again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when we're moving now along to our forehead, raising your eyebrows as high as they will go, as though you're surprised about something. So it can feel strange, but it is, if we hold it then for as long as for the 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bringing it down and almost bringing it into unnaturally a more relaxed facial expression. We don't usually do this. We usually hold our face in a certain way, but if you hold it down, sometimes closing your eyes can help. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to use our eyes and cheeks now, squeezing your eyes tight shut for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which feels quite strange sometimes, and then relaxing the eyes and the cheeks back down again. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now our mouth and our jaw, so if you open your mouth as wide as you can, as if you're yawning, again, it feels strange, but it's a part. I can't count, so I'll count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you can relax your mouth again into a more relaxed state, don't be holding your jaw in any particular way, just letting it hang. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we'll go with the neck. So be careful when you're tensing your neck muscles, because I know we can pull them sometimes. So take care and face forward and pull your head back slowly, as though you're looking up to the ceiling. So if we're going to tense your neck muscles like this, some people might want to tense them the other way or the other way, whichever you feel more comfortable. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to a state again. You can notice your shoulders might get a bit of tension there, so when you're coming back down, to relax again. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the next we'll move on down to our shoulders. So if we can tense the muscles in your shoulders as you bring them up towards your ears, or up towards, if you can. So if we can hold it like this, again I can feel the strain there. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring them back down again, getting in a more comfortable position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to our shoulder blades and our back. So put your shoulder blades back, trying to almost touch them together. You can get the feeling behind, so that your chest is pushed forward. Again, this can feel strange if you have any tension, and if we can just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then relax again. And count down with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to our chest and our stomach area. Breathe in deeply, filling in your lungs and chest with air. We can hold it a wee bit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're moving down towards the lower end of the body. If we can get our hips and our bums, and we can squeeze them as tightly as we can whilst we're sitting in the chair, and hold that. Strange feeling, but hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and let it go down again, back to relaxed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to our right upper leg. So if we can tighten your thigh, if there's any of these exercises that's uncomfortable for anybody, you can skip them and wait to the next one. But if we tighten your right thigh and hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and let it go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If we then go to the lower leg, so again, doing this slowly and careful to avoid any cramping areas. If we pull our feet towards ourselves and stretch the calf muscle as much as you can, possibly do this within tension, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and letting it just go, relax again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if we go to the right foot and we curl up our feet downwards, or whichever way feels comfortable. Maybe better if you weren't have shoes on, but hold them anyway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax again. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're moving to the left leg. If we go to the left upper leg and repeat as we did before, if we hold a tension in it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving to the left lower leg. Again, you can stretch up the bottom of your foot to get a tension. Be careful of cramping and just do as much as you can yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to the left foot now as our final one. We can hold them in a tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if we just take a few moments to let ourselves become more alert and become more awake again, and even taking a few breaths if anybody feels that they're tired or they're about to fall asleep, and become more aware of where we are. So you can take a few moments. So that's an example of progressive muscle relaxation. There's many different ways and different mindful exercises you can use, but that's one that we can a good starting base anyway. So it's practice means progress, which means whilst it might be, hopefully someone found it quite useful there if anybody was feeling anxious or stressed, but it's usually over time. If we practice this maybe every day or at least every week, you'll see benefits then. So training our body, that's the idea. So just to finally finish up and to become maybe more aware and back into our senses, another way of managing maybe stress or anxiety in the moment. If anybody experiences panic or stress of any type, a good way of grounding ourselves in the here and now is looking to our 5 senses. So if we just take a moment now, we could even use it to recognize 5 senses or 5 things that you can see right now. So if you want to take a moment to scan the room, or if you're outside or wherever you might be, if you're outside, taking in notice what colour is the sky, can you see new buds in the trees, new flowers? If you're inside, what is in your surroundings? And if you can name the 5 things you can see. Then we can move to maybe 4 things that you can hear right now. So 4 things you can hear. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 4 things that you can hear. Could be birds, could be water, could be traffic, could be children in the room next door. But being aware of these and bringing ourselves to be aware of the present moment. 3 things that you can feel with your skin, whether it be a breeze, whether it be warmth, your own skin, your clothing, or the grass or carpet below your feet. So 2 things that you can then smell. So if there's anything that you can smell at the moment, to be aware of, food, maybe grass, flowers, perfume. Taking that in. And 1 thing that you can taste. Maybe it was a cup of tea or coffee that you had earlier, or sweet or chocolate. and just being aware of that. So notice how you feel when you're really truly connecting with our 5 senses rather than focusing on our anxiety and our stress. So it can help us, the idea is that it can help us create some distance between the worrying thoughts or the physical sensations of when we're panicking, and can make us feel more grounded. And it's a good distraction too if we're feeling quite upset, to start noticing things around the room, because it brings our brain back to the basic 5 senses. So if you've completed that, you can take a wee moment now to reflect on how it went for you. So thank you very much for taking the time to practice some of the basic mindful exercises. If you wanted to do some more of them, or you're more interested in figuring out different ways, we've attached a link with more information on progressive muscle relaxation. And you can just get it by Googling, and a number of different resources should come up as well. Also, if you were interested in maybe other mindfulness exercises, some people think, the muscle one wasn't for me. I don't really feel that it's relating to my maybe physical sensations. It might be more about anxious breathing or racing thoughts. If you want to try other apps, really good ones is Headspace, and there's a picture of it attached, and Insight as well. And these are apps that you can download, and they'll bring you through a number of different exercises so that you can find the ones that maybe is most suitable to yourself. And they are free. They've got a subscription that you can subscribe to, but you can also get a lot of free content in that as well.